Hello everybody and welcome back to Danganronpa 1.2 Reload or Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Now, I know this is going to be my third live stream of this game today. Oh, sorry. Just choked on my own saliva there. But like I said, I did want to get through the Clash trial today, you know, see how things go, you know, I just wanted to do everything today, so I thought, you know what, why not, so, you know, let's go with it, right? Anyway, so, is everyone ready to, what? Am I blind or am I missing someone?
Yo.
Yes, I literally just said that. Isn't this like the live stream today? Yes, I did say that, Lindsay, literally just a couple of seconds ago. But like I said, I do want to get through the class trial today, you know, just to get the ball rolling and, you know, see how things go and blah 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 blah, etc etc. So I thought, why not do it today? Anyway, yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is, you really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her around in here. I hear kicking and scream. Just one moment, please. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. Said it just how I wanted it to. Hi, James. Oof to you too. I think I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe why you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible! Phew, now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle into the elevator, let's get this show on the road! I'll see you guys down there!
Let's go.
So, shall we get going this time to find out who killed Chihiro? Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. James, I know you didn't actually donate 50p. I know you didn't. Someone's standing right here. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes, I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. I have dreams. Okay, I think. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. I couldn't stop speculating. The steel box with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say. I don't hate it at all. Skidoodle, skiddle, skidoodle. No, it's skedaddle, skidoodle. Your winky is now a noodle. That voice turns me on. I gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. So the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly clash trial. Yeah, I would. Set skills, please. Now then, let's... Lost in increases the time limit for each phase, effective during the class trial. Delusion. The influence gorge recovers over time during concentration and fever time, effective during non-stop debate, the hangman's gambit, and the bullet time battle. Costs 5 SP. Melodous voice, got it already. I can have all of them. Handiwork. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. No idea. No idea. Anyway, finished preparations. Trial time! All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out, then I'll punish everyone beside. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Goodbye, have fun. Oof. He was so excited saying that. The murder weapon! Woo! First we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Seriously? We're off to it already? Okay. Locker room dumbbell. I wonder what bullet I'm going to be using.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
Oh, an iron
That
pipe.
certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Could be one or the other, couldn't it? I'll try it. I'll try the lead pipe one first. The weapon had to be at the scene of the crime. There was something with a bloodstain on it.
Chihiro's fatal it appears it
Was a
head.
According to the Monokuma font, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was
an iron pipe.
No,
You got... No, that's wrong!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
Can we agree? Yeah! Can we... Well, what do I always say? Can we appreciate the fact? Can we appreciate the fact that it was a dumbbell? Can we accept the fact? I think you're fine. You're welcome.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the
True.
victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Really? You actually go that deep?
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Oh my god. Why would you check that? You weird woman.
Looked at her head wound?
Exactly.
Yay! That's so creepy!
Again, same. Lindsay, what are you confused about? Trust me, there's a lot about Danganronpa. If there's something I have no idea what's happened. Oh, so basically what's happened is, girl called Chihiro Fujisaki. She died, right? If you look at my Snapchat, it's the person on my Snapchat story. I also sent a picture to individual people. This girl called Fujisaki, she died strung up and everything like that. Now, we are going through a class trial to provide evidence to our fellow classmates to find out who the murderer of Chihiro Fujisaki was. That's basically all you need to know. So, that little game we had just then, it's called Non-Stop Debate. Basically, people will say different sentences, but there will be no pauses between the sentences. So, I have to shoot a truth bullet at the statement that I feel is incorrect. So, you'll get it as we go along. If just an idea, just please stay, and you will get it as we go along.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Yes.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is...
Okay, I'm slightly less confused now. Like I said, just stay for a bit. You'll get into things, as time goes on, and it'll become more clear to you.
The fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Oh, Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? New element has been added to Non-Stop Debate. Would you like to hear more? Oh, shit. Oh, crap. No, it's probably going to be the white noise, isn't it? The pink bits.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
I thought it might be the white noise.
What makes it impossible?
I just gotta keep pressing X to kill it.
There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
Exactly, that's wrong.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
And then Byakuya just pops up and is like, Makoto, I told you, no, you can't take it out. What did I tell you? Now put it back, sort of thing. It's like, okay, please, it's for the case, Byakuya, please.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
Okay, sis.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
It's a library. What'd you expect?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
Yes, let's.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail.
Yes.
According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Booblust.
So close! So close! But there's where your dirty mind is going again. Don't want to put you off, but your mind is pretty dirty.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Bloodlust, there you go.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Oh, yeah, 'cause I'm the assistant now, aren't I? I forgot. I'm Byakuya's assistant! Oh, God almighty. Kill him. Kill him! The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned. They literally said it himself.
In every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Well,
Other
yes.
than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
You back yet, Lindsay? Are you still getting a drink? I don't know. She hasn't replied, so...
However, Chihiro is most definitely suspended in the same way.
Well, yes, I can attest to that. I saw the pictures.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
Because someone told them about it?
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
I've been back since the fat guy spoke. Ah, boob lost. Okay.
No fucking way!
Whoa! Seriously? Oh my god. No fucking way! What the actual fuck? Big surprise! God, Mondo.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. No shit, Sherlock.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
she's gonna say, well, I don't care. It's Toko. Why do you think she's been acting all weird?
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
Do I though? Do he? Do he? Does he? Do I? Do we?
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec.
Just convoluted bunch of words there. I think everyone's in a bit of slight shock.
Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Bloodophobia.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
And no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Ah, my eye! Again, Danganronpa bridge thing. Monokuma throws the dart, goes in both Yasuhiro's eyes, then his crotch, then his so-called third eye. Basically his forehead. But then again, he's the clairvoyant, so he would say stuff like third eye. God damn it, Chihiro, not Chihiro, fucking hero! Ah! It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Ah, Hangman's Gambit. Right. What is this? Skid. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh! Have we already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. How about we don't do that? It would appear the one with the most votes is Makoto. How Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished.
Is this...
Yes,
I
but I
refuse
don't...
to give up yet.
I can't give up now. Well, I don't know. Hangman's Gambit, right. Schizo.
Now I understand.
Is that what it's called? Schizo. Not even schizophrenic or
Is
anything.
it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
Why, yes,
I
it is.
think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have... what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Dissociative. Thank you for clearing that word up.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
I love this music. It's very thought-provoking. Perfect for a class trial, actually.
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Well, yes. And, again, no. She... I
got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Correct!
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
She was like herself, but not herself. Again, this is kind of why I said put the tongue back. Anytime Genocide Jack appears, the tongue comes out. I'm fine. Wow, is that a dead body? Hey, you dead? The ward is a front and a back, a top and a top.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Hang on. Sorry, just saying happy birthday to someone, that's all. You know what I'm like.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can't.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah,
the reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Oh?
She told me a most interesting story.
Oh.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Well... This is it, isn't it? This is what she said about something like, I couldn't keep the promise? I think it was something like that.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
Wrong! Also, again, Mr. Whippy Hair.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Well, we've got to, man, we've got to.
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
We didn't lie. We did. But people have to know these things, Toko.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
No, well, actually, that is true. That is very true.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Again, very true. But Byakuya, it's Toko Fukawa, for fuck's sake. She loves you so much. Trust me, I know. She has fucking fantasies about you in fucking Ultra Despair Girls. If that doesn't tell you anything about Toko, I don't know what the fuck does.
Besides, you broke your promise first.
Oh?
You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, You wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone, but in spite of that promise...
Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise, but it won't happen ever again, blah blah blah.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Oh, Byakuya! Oh, Byakuya! Oh my god. Hang on. I am taking a picture of that because that is how I feel on a daily fucking basis. You have these people, jokes. I said I loved you, but it was jokes, man. It was jokes, boy. My life. My story.
That's the only reason I promised.
Oh, Toko. You're sounding like me when it comes to love, Toko. Don't get drawn into these things. Trust me, I should know. I've had many rejections and denials and mockings and embarrassments and so much stuff when it comes to love.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Lindsay.
But
what?
You weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I snorted, my god. Okay, about what?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
but your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I am confused. Which bit are you laughing at?
I hate you.
And you have every right to do that, because Byakuya is quite frankly a douchebag.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Yes, what about me? It's obviously something I said about love and my life, but which part of it?
The person?
Oh god. Now then, that's a phase that I like to see, because that bitch is gonna fade.
You don't mean...
Go on, off you pop. And 3, 2, 1... How's it going, sluts? Genocide Show is in the house! Yeah, I do get that a lot. I do like that. It is like Byakuya's just there like, oh, this stress should accomplish that. And 3, 2... Go on, off you pop. Ah! Poof! And she falls on the floor. And Byakuya's just there like 3, 2, 1. And then she pops back up like, how's it going, sluts? Genocide Show is in the house! Anyway, what? Just all of it. But like, how is it funny though? It's not funny. Love is a real thing, Lindsay. It's demeaning. You see, Lindsay, no one wants to go out with me. No one wants me as a boyfriend. I keep saying this. Anyway, Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Yes! Oh, Genocide Jill! Why is it Jill? Oh, right, because you can't have Genocide Jack, because it's a girl!
What the heck?
Oh, go on, swear! Go on, I dare you, Yamada!
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Genocide Jill. Oh, Jack and Jill. Okay. Seriously, Jack and Jill.
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
She's not Toko!
Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. What if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
The one's faults. Also, that thing, like I said, Genocide Jack, or Jill in this case, comes out. Did you only just get the Jack and Jill thing? Yeah! I only just got the Jack and Jill thing. I only just got it. It was only because I saw Jack and Jill aligned that I was like, oh, duh. Oh, God.
So intense.
Oh, I think Hakuri's got a little bit of a rager! Rock hard rager going on down there! If you don't know what rock hard rager, Monokid, Danganronpa V3.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
You mean this one, you mean? I'm assuming you mean personality. Or do you mean just the person in general? This game can be quite blunt sometimes.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Why is she going mental? She's talking about nature! Oh my god. She's fucking deranged. This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane. Exactly like I said.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
No.
What's up?
just shut up. What's up? I'm not gonna kill you.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds.
Don't say that.
Just kidding.
I was gonna say, don't say that shit.
It's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Okay. Okay, Monokuma, I know you have a rule against violations against the headmaster and you'll be dead, but yeah, it's Genocide Jill. I wouldn't say that.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless.
Meaning what? To who?
I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Right. Oh, maybe because I can't figure out who it is. Oh my god, not only did they incorporate a joke on Jack and Jill, they incorporated a joke on Jack the Ripper. Oh my god! Lindsay, did you get that? Jack the Ripper! I mean, Genocide Jack? Killer! Jack the Ripper? Killer! Jack the Ripper never got found. Genocide Jack hasn't got found. I mean, the only difference is the fact that Toko's a student. Not genocide. I didn't get the second one. Oh, you mean, I'm assuming you're talking about Jack the Ripper now.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Anyway, let's carry on with the live stream, shall we?
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
No, it doesn't.
Just kidding again!
Okay, I can already tell Genocide Jill's going to be a fun person.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
Tell them, Nike, you got that wrong. That is not what I wanted you to tell them, Naegi. Also, if there will be quite a few times where I quote Danganronpa a bridge thing, you've got to bear with me.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Okay, so it's a secret. It isn't exactly embarrassing, is it?
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
But it's not exactly embarrassing.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Very.
I'm sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Well...
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
One thing I noticed in the book that isn't in the murder scene, well, the crime scene. One very important thing with Genocide Jill's type of murder. Scissors. Just one word, scissors. Hopefully it'll come to light soon. Maybe she's totally right about that, but there's something still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Okay, so then, make your argument. What bullet or bullets? Status of the dead body. Right, let's have a look. I want to have a look at what status of the dead body says. Status of the dead body, here we go. Cheers, body has been suspended and the hands have been bound up with some kind of rope. Fatal until his blow to the head. There you go, blow to the head.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
I don't know what modus operandi means.
You killed her.
Well, I'm assuming it's that one. Okay, I just have to focus on remembering Chihiro's point. That must have the answer. That should prove that what she said isn't quite right. What he said is
Sorry, but I didn't...
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi!
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi matches completely.
Okay, whatever.
No, that's wrong.
It's not loud. It's not loud.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Ugh, parents talking about the loudness of TVs. It's not loud.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There we
Huh? How's it any different?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Oh, is it the scissors? It's the scissors, isn't it?
I murder with passion and conviction.
It's the scissors. The scissors used in the murder were apparently custom made with every pair left at each murder scene, seeming to be of the same material and construction.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
I turned it
Imagine
down.
you go to
It's
a fancy
empty.
Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
That's 12.
But what happened to Chihiro?
God.
It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Okay.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that, in a way that maybe makes more sense.
Yeah.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference.
I got it!
Yeah.
For one, the cause of death is different.
Yeah.
In the genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Very
but
sharp,
Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Correct.
Yes, that is remarkably different from the other murders.
Yes, well, no, I wouldn't have thought so.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
No idea.
And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
God, just like Jill's face right now. My fucking god,
Could you
she's
please
deranged.
stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Well, she's, again, deranged like that.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Yes and no. That's right, the second difference is related to how she was suspended in the photos of the other genocide Jack cases. All the victims were stabbed through the hands. Here you'll see a clear difference. How she went, what she used to suspend her.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Yes.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
The scissors themselves.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement!
Okay, now she just looks like fucking, Toko now. She's gone back to normal. Ha! Just kidding.
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
Well, yes.
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big
There's
Mac?
3.
Are you referring to me?
Please don't ever call me Big Mac. I am not some sort of burger that McDonald's, well, some restaurant serves. No copyright. Not sponsored. Just saying. Hashtag not sponsored.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
Is there? Oh, let me guess the writing. Some
My
that.
word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Oh, who they were.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Little lolly girl. Let's see. There's a pattern surrounding the genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Because Chihiro was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money! Sounds like some sort of song or rhyme someone made. Especially the way she said it.
What are you talking about?
In all the genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
All males. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Sojai Gaku, 23. Blah 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 blah. Names that I cannot pronounce.
Guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Good thing Byakuya said no then.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Boy-on-boy fangirl. So basically what she's saying is she's not gay herself, but she likes watching gay porn? Nah? Oh, I don't know. God almighty.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
No.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
True.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it.
So, is Lindsay still on? The worst part is you can't check who's on your live stream, so... Are you still on, Lindsay, or is it a different person? We shall find out in about 20 seconds.
It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive...
It's gone quiet. Why is it gone quiet?
Why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Good. Are you getting this? Enjoying this? What do you think of this, then? You know, seeing as you hate me talking about Danganronpa, what do you make of it so far?
Plus, whatever reason I have
Yourself,
for killing,
anyway.
I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Gosh, you sound like you... She said it like it was some sort of joke or something like that, like, envy of the world! Okay, so you get it. It's not too bad, actually. See? This is a sort of game that people say, oh, it's Japanese. Oh, you've got 2D characters in a 3D world. It's not a good game. When you actually stop and watch it and, you know, give it a go and do things like this, it's not so bad.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What? Any scissors or her own scissors? Oh no.
She's fully equipped.
Oh god.
That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
Gutter dogs? The fuck? Okay.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yes. It's called not committing the crime. Ta-da!
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Well, so, do you like the game? Is it okay? You know, would you play it yourself, or... I actually kind of liked Inside You. Can I say, Lindsay, if you think about it, the picture I showed you of Maki, right, if you think about it, the picture I showed you of Maki from the book, yeah, put Genocide Jill's personality into Maki, you see where I'm coming from. Maybe? You know, with a certain someone. If you get what I mean, anyway.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Or whatever. Actually, hold on. There is one person One person who have copied the Genocide Jack cases. I wonder who it could be. It's definitely not the person that's been reading on them and is in a family of high-class council members.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
A short one. Yes. Well, I don't get you. A certain someone whose name begins with M. When I said she had the personality of Maki, or maybe in this case, since you know who she is, Genocide Jill. Considering you know I can't live stream V3 past chapter 1, you don't know what Maki's really like, so put her more in the shoes of Genocide Jill, this person whose name begins with a certain M. Hopefully you understand.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
Again, because he's part of a family of a council.
Plus,
right?
You'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
You got it, Lindsay. But you know it's a joke, right? I'm just saying, if she had to be a character, you know, she knows it's a joke and all that, but I'm just saying, if she had to be a character, then Maki or Genocide Jill would be that person. You know, a quiet sort of, not really shut-in, but a quiet person. Then you've got that split personality of Genocide Jill sort of thing, you know, you get me? Maybe.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Possibly.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was...
you know, just saying.
Because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it!
Yeah! So, like I said, do you like the game? Do you think it's okay? Would you play it yourself? You know... What do you really, you know, what do you actually think of it as a whole? You know?
The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
God, she's having sexual fantasies again. Put her out! Put her out! Put her out!
What's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
He's a poet, but he didn't know
Then
it.
I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
True.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Yeah. Like you said, you know, it's a game that people jump to conclusions with. It's one of those games where you actually have to watch it before you understand it. You know, you can't take the fact that 2D characters in a 3D world, it's Japanese, it's weird. Yes, it's all of those things, but all in all, it's actually a good game. You just have to give it a chance. You know. And the locker rooms, they're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Ah, suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Well, yes.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
The fact that Monokuma never actually said it was Chihiro.
Okay then, what's so strange about it?
The fact that Monokuma never actually specified who it was.
Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. Yes! This time, next we're going to be adding something called a truth flashback. Oh, this really is new. This was not in V3, this wasn't. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you'll memorise that weak spot. This memorised phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorise a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to use a flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. The 2D and 3D is a cool effect. It is! It's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's perception. Is it perception? I think it's perception. You know, like an optical illusion in a way, sort of thing. It is... It's, you know, it's different, I'll give it that. Right, hold down triangle to memorise it. Gotta remember that. Oh god.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But
yes.
He was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Yes, I've got it!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body.
Shalamala.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird, but he was acting...
It's obviously that one I've got to remember.
The victim was Chihiro, so of course I would suggest we check the girl.
There was no time. What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
Right, okay.
So, you said but he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Really? Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
Before we found the body! Again, Monokuma never specified it was not Byakuya, Chihiro. So how could he have known?
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong!
There we go. Like I said, I thought it was that.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Exactly, because Monokuma never specified.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
No,
I
it doesn't.
see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Oh, is it?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Well, I've given you all you've got. Well, I've got pretty solid evidence. What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's still acting like he has nothing to do with it.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
I don't know.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Ah, finally, Kyoko, you chip in! Where were you? I've been needing you.
We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh,
right.
Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between the case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya responsible is hidden in there? What could it be? Yes, what could it be? Now, what bullets do I have? Library desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? Want me to explain it again?
Please explain
When
it.
I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's was.
Right. It absolutely was!
Yes.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Right.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, you got that wrong.
Ha! Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
I knew that one instantly.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Please tell me someone else noticed.
You've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time...
All this time?
Went missing after the murder.
Really? Wow.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Byakuya, this is not looking good for you.
That's really what you think? And your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yes. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even
What's
involved?
wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still. There's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Yes,
what
that's
about
true.
all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Wait, what? I killed her in the girls' locker room. Oh, Byakuya couldn't have got in there. Oh wait, no. Even still, Byakuya still couldn't have got in there. Right? Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? I mean, fair enough. Ah, well... it's complicated. No, I don't think so. There's definitely something about what was seen at the time.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
Yeah.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Why? Because she was... there? She was hung there.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
The boys' locker room? Like we said, she could have easily been dragged.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
Exactly.
Along with the rest of the murder scene.
Again, wait, what? That bit I don't get. The bit I do get is that she was killed somewhere else. No.
The rest of the murder scene?
Yes. I don't
was
understand
awfully
that bit.
specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never realised that the actual scene of crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
We're not moving on. It's called thinking.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Yes, let's. Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys' and girls' locker rooms. The posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
I want to know who did it. Yes, and we will, Lindsay.
The poster
we will get
in the
to
girls'
it.
locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
They don't even put it gently. They don't even say big-breasted. They just go full and say big-boobed. She's big-boobed. Oh, she's got big boobs. God, boys nowadays. But yeah, we will soon, Lindsay. We will get to that.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
But we need to find that person first. I mean, it's not Genocide Jill. It might be looking that it is Byakuya, but it could not be, seeing as he's so calm and everything.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Never failed to impress, really.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee,
yes.
aren't you?
The protein coffee stain.
Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet.
I love that little snigger in the middle. I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. It's actually funny when I think
But
back
I
at it.
noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It was... hang on, what was that little bit? It was moved... Boys' locker.
I got it!
I keep forgetting it's triangle.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then...
Really?
Does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
God
To move
knows.
the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
Yeah.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
See, that is true. Because we figured out, even if it was in the boys' locker room, a girl could still do it. It's called borrowing.
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Again, borrowing.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Please, is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Let's have a look, shall we? Make your argument. Let's have a look. broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible?
Oh.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it!
Do you?
She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
Hacked it?
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? Oh, wait.
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
But oh no, she couldn't, because it's broken.
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have.
No, I don't. She used the thing. Huh?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook of.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, I thought so. Because it was broken, there was no knowing of whose handbook it was.
I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
In turn, not knowing whose handbook it was, you couldn't tell whether it was Leon's or two of the girls.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
God, Hero is not doing well in these class trials.
I'm
God
struck
damn it.
silent by how quickly you gave up.
Exactly.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Loophole.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
There's the
In
loophole.
other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then,
No.
she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Huh. Wait. Why are they assuming you can borrow a dead person's one? You could borrow someone's that's alive. Right? Or she could have just stolen another e-handbook. Stealing's another option, isn't it? Right? Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else
Hold
I
on
can
a
do.
second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
With who? Me or them?
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
Apparently so.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
Could someone have dragged her into the locker room? Yeah, what do you mean? What, from outside the locker room, inside the locker room? Or from the boys to the girls? Because... Like we've just been discussing, someone could have dragged her, but it depends on whether she could have got into the boys' locker room or not, and apparently not. If it happened outside of the locker room, then why is everything swapped inside the locker rooms? Why is the stained carpet inside the boys' locker room, not the girls' locker room, and the posters as well? You do have a good point, but, you know, someone could have dragged it into the boys. Oh, you mean from the girls into the boys and back again? But then if it was into the boys, then there'd be no point of doing it, because, well, you're just putting it back into original place anyway. And again, plus there's the things that were swapped, like the poster and the carpet. That also, you know, you got to take that into account as well.
What?
After they killed her. Yeah, again, like I said, there would be no point in doing that, because she would have gone from the girls into the boys, back into the girls. So then, therefore, no point in swapping.
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
I wish.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Let's. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... here.
The girls' locker room?
Yes, no, they pulled her into the boys first and killed her, then used her handbook to drag her into the girls' locker room and set it up. Actually, that's true. That is actually very true, because someone could have... Oh, Lindsay. Because, if we think about it, if a boy, say Byakuya did it, so say if Byakuya actually really did do it, then, you know, he could have used his handbook, swiped it, and then hold the door open for Chihiro. Killed her in the boys' locker room, then swapped everything. Oh, Lindsay! I never actually thought of that. You're good, Lindsay. You're good. You're getting the hang of things.
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Oh, God. If I get this right, I'm going to be so happy with myself. Well, one can only wait and see, really. You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully?
Oh, God.
Like using our hands?
Yamada, get your head out the gutter. Get your head out the gutter. We're not going to be fingering her or touching her boobs or ass, okay? So, please calm down. Get your head out of the gutter. Please. Oh, God.
No way!
Oh, God.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
I love the fact that now all the boys are rejecting to do it because they don't want to slip their hand in or touch something they're not supposed to.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
That's 3 out of 5, 6 boys.
Very well. I'll do it.
Well done, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
What, and let them touch her boobs or ass or vagina?
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Oh, wait. Ah, right. I've just realised something. I know something people don't.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
I'm so sorry.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
No.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
That just reminds me of Mondo. Quit screwing around.
Okay, here I go.
Please don't touch anywhere you're not supposed to, Sakura.
Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine
Be
her
sure
body.
to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
I know something you people don't.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but what? This is... What is this?
Oh, damn! Run! She's angry!
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
dead! Oh my god! Really?
What? Is a boy!
That is what I didn't want to say! Because that is her secret. In the little envelope, that's her embarrassing secret. The Chihiro Fujisaki isn't actually a girl. She's actually a he who likes to dress up as a girl.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a
Oh,
he.
for God's sake.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Ugh. Fine. We will try my best. Yes, Lindsay. Like I said, there's some things that twist the story a little bit. There are little twists and turns around every bend in this game. Exactly like that.
What? You're joking, right?
Nope.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Yep.
Chihiro was a guy?
Please, I've just realised, please, whatever you do, do not lift up the skirt to check. Plot twist. That's what I'm looking for. There are plot twists in here to sink a battleship. There's plot twists in Danganronpa V3. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I don't think anyone was when they play this game. When I first heard of it, I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Well, you're Monokuma, you know everything, though.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Well...
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Let's.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy.
And because the victim was male, he would have had...
The thought never crossed my mind.
Had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
How did she get into the girls' locker room? Probably because... No, I think... This... I don't know whether the logic behind it is sound or not, but probably because... Chihiro didn't want people to find out he was actually a he. You know, Chihiro didn't want people to find out that she was actually a he. So what they did was they put Chihiro's e-handbook into female setting instead of male setting, just to you know, hold her secret that little bit more, you know. You know, my logic behind it, it's...
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
But if his handbook didn't list his gender as male?
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So my logic had just been thrown out the window. Thanks for that, Monokuma. I was getting somewhere then.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
So, what we now need to assume is, how did he get into the girls' locker room? That's what we need to figure out now.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Seriously? I swear to God.
So, Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
It does,
well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
I don't know what that means.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
That's true.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Because, technically, Makoto's little argument holds up. So the fact that Byakuya did it now holds water again. It's a bucket with no holes.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Arousing, I think. What is, again, considering you're watching this, I think, 20 seconds in the past, so that, I wouldn't have a clue what you're talking about. So what is arousing?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Yeah. Well, even detectives make mistakes sometimes. We're human, that's what we do.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Oh. Titillating means arousing, we think. God, I just sound like, Lemony Snicket, played by, the guy who plays Kronk. What's his name? Oh, what's his name? Can't remember his name, but it's like, every time there's a word that we don't understand from a series of unfortunate events, it just says, it's like, titillating, a word around here that means arousing.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
Overt?
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
So what you're saying is he did have something to do with it, it's just that he didn't actually kill Chihiro, but messed around with the crime to make it look like he was the killer, to pull us off the scent of the real killer, just to make it things that little bit more exciting, like he wanted.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
It's either yes or no, Byakuya. It's good or it's bad. How could he be covering for the real killer? Yes, considering what he said when we found him reading the book, and he keeps on calling this a game, that could be fairly possible.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Decided to alter it, like I said.
Are you fucking with us right now?
Nope.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Oh, Byakuya! Come on, I want to hear you swear. I mean, you're so posh and elegant. I mean, you have tons and tons of money on the stake. So go on, let one slip.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
I know you do, Taka, but...
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Well, yes.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
Who knows?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Oh, please tell us later then. I mean, you've got to tell us that one bit, right?
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Have you not been listening to the conversation we've been having for the past 10-15 minutes?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Even though he said a couple of seconds ago that it was indeed Byakuya.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
It's Hiro. No, he doesn't.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Let's. But if Byakuya didn't do it... There's one thing we can be sure about that we know about the killer. And then, but if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murderer scene, which means...
A gun!
A guy has to be a guy. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. I don't think it was suicide, Lindsay. If it was suicide, there was no way of doing one or the other. If she killed herself first, there was no way of, stringing her up in that position with the cord. If she strung herself in that position with the cord, there was no way of reaching for the dumbbell and hitting herself on the head. I don't think it would have been suicide. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Make your argument. Let's have a look. Celeste's account. Which is what Celeste's account. On the night time of the murder, right before night time, Chihiro spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems he was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably she was on her own way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter.
Is there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Tampered with the body.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Well, true.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's
you want to know who saw the killer? And it's not like they're just game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Just that like,
Isn't there a single clue?
Well, did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind...
It's over. It's all over.
You want to know who saw the killer? And it's not like they're just game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over!
come on.
Isn't there a single clue that might...
Well, did nobody get a look?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Seriously?
Shoot!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Maybe just come on.
Isn't there a single clue?
Well, did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new...
It's
over. You want to know who saw the killer? And it's not like they're just game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Of course.
Isn't there a single clue?
Well, did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who
saw the killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in.
Game over, man.
Yay! No!
Right, come on, we need to do this.
Isn't there a single clue?
Well, did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah.
It's over.
You want to know who saw
the killer. And no...
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
Finally.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
I do like this music as well. Another piece of music I like, yes.
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Right.
Track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
Oh, sure.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
What? Well, I don't know. Well, I'll try. Well, I better get going, and I'm in kind of a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which
True.
means that
This is what I'll be
conversely,
saying.
he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Do I?
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
No.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Exactly.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Again, exactly.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say.
Blue jacket, that's all we have.
But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Woo. Ta-da! Woo! Shows that he was already gone. Ta-da! Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Let's have a look, shall we? Make your argument. Against Celeste's account.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Okay.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
It was blue.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. 'Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit, personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
Yes.
No way. Not a chance.
Yeah. And I just need to focus on one.
He was on his way,
Get
so
it?
next week, why
Use
did
it
he
as a
choose?
truth
What do you
bullet against
mean?
one
I got
person.
It matched the one. So,
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Is it though? Is it?
Because exercising.
Because if anyone else
Did any of that
has
really
watched
help
my
us?
other live stream, you'd know
Not a chance.
that Mondo and
First of all, he was on his way, so next week,
Taka
why did
did
he
a little
choose?
contest to see who could last longest in
The
the
killer was wearing the same blue track. My tracksuit is black.
sauna. Shit.
Shoot!
Okay,
First of all,
perhaps.
we know he was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue track.
No, that's wrong.
How? What? I'm confused. How are they connected?
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Of course! She never told anyone else but me, so how did Mondo know it was a blue jacket?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said
course. I saw him stuffing the track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assume he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color, so why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
Blue, unsurprisingly.
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
He just... What? Uh-oh. I think we've got someone cornered!
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
If that was the case, I think everyone would
The
have
bag
known
and
that.
clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Exactly.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Oh my god. Cherry.
Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
He walked past you. So what you're saying is, you're out last night.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
she stuffed the jacket into a bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. Just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Exactly.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Oh.
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However...
So basically, she didn't know who it was at the time.
Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was, the way he was acting.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Again, I know
Are you
that.
a witch?
Why?
She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
Oh, yeah, Genocide Jill there, accusing someone of being a witch. Even though she's a fucking mass murderer.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Shut up,
True.
Tucker.
My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Lindsay, that is the point. So, basically what we're saying is, it's not Byakuya. However, considering Mondo knew the colour of the tracksuits, it now could be Mondo Wada.
Really? What kind of evidence?
Could be. I'm just going off what the game's doing.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
He says as he did exactly the same thing earlier.
If you really insist, then...
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro's.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Again. Monokuma, no.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
Again, one weak point, but again, if someone had found that weak point that no one knew
You're
about...
right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Well, this is it, isn't it?
This one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
It is, but as purely discussed, there is one flaw to them.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How, precisely, did the handbooks get broken?
This is what we want to know. How did the handbook break? There's only one explanation. By hitting its weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that?
Of course I do.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
The girl who looks like a guy. Right, what about her? I'm assuming you're talking about Sakura. What about her?
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
That would be very not good. Grammar.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
So high temperatures.
I flippin' knew it!
Brute strength could have broken it. Ah, right. Ha! You wish. You wish. But they've tried. They've tried.
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The sauna? Taka Mondo!
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
This is where the little competition between Mondo and Taka comes into play.
As your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Oh, a competition?
What if they found out by accident?
By competition?
What do you mean, by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
Exactly.
They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Mondo? Taka? Mainly Mondo because, well, he was our lead for like a minute.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Mondo?
Seriously?
Yeah.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to have been the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... Oh, you done yourself some shit now.
Here's my answer.
We've got him right where we need him.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Yes, boys.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
However, Taka did not.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Oh, so basically you want me to show you Mondo's handbook? I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh. Good music. Broken e-handbook, Chihiro's e-handbook, card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Really? Even though he's part of the ultimate bikie gang?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
So it's not that one.
Look!
Okay,
Makoto
maybe I
was
just
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
missed.
Let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
No, that's wrong!
There we go. Come on, come on!
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
Oh, it's Leon's actually
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Exactly.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Show us
But
your handbook.
doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
No.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Oh, so basically we're going off the fact that they are dead.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake.
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
No, I'll do this. Celeste shot Chihiro in the warehouse with a duffel bag and... Right. Next up we have this. There's something that everyone has that you need to get in the locker rooms. Which locker room did Chihiro go into? The weapon the killer used was... This is much easier. As the murder took place, some blood spattered onto something, didn't it? To disguise the truth, the killer switched around the carpet as well as something else. Which locker room did the killer move to? The killer took something from the other locker room and switched it to the scene of the crime. What was it that Byakuya brought to the murder scene? It only could have been that. When Byakuya arrived on the scene, what did he use to disguise what had happened? Oh god, bloodlust. Where did the killer go after they were done? When the handbook got thrown into the sauna room, what happened to it?
The killer is...
Reenact!
You! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Yeah.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Yeah.
Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Yeah.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Ah, shit. Right, the weapon the killer used was... Ah, right, okay.
Here's exactly what happened. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the
Yeah, we get that bit.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Gotcha.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster.
Gotcha.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Yeah.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
This is masterful, this is. Really masterful.
After stumbling on the crime scene,
this literally threw everyone off. This is the most masterful plan ever. Very good, Byakuya, throwing everyone off
he
like
went
that.
and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Indeed.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Correct. Act 5.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Oh, okay. Ah, right, okay, I think it could be that one then.
Here's exactly what happened.
Got that
and
bit right,
around the same time that the killer, having already there,
there we go.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Wait! No. Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
But I can. Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. I only want to do this one bit, and then I hate it, I'm going to have to go. After this one bit, let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and Nega Time. During a bullet time battle, or BTB, if you press the R1 button, Fever Time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. You can push X square, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access this special time, right? It is! The way they did this murder So we've also prepared something called Negatime that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates Negatime during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate Fever Time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, your opponent won't use Negatime. Well, good luck and have fun. Let's go. So squares, X and square, that's it. Oh, okay. We're against him.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
Come on.
False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Negative.
Show me some evidence.
Let's go, boys.
I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you.
Failed. Oh my god, this is actually harder than I thought. Ah, well. I'm gonna have to clear it up now, guys. Lindsay, you're gonna hate me for this. But I've been going at it for 2 hours. It's harder than it looks, man, so gonna have to save it now. And I guess try again, perhaps I can't save it. I genuinely can't. What do you mean I can't save it? Oh no. Okay. I genuinely can't save it. Right, I can't save it anyway, so, well then, guess I'm carrying on! Well then, come on, we need to do this! Yes!
I refuse to give up yet!
I can't give up now, no, don't give up now! Not at all, because we literally just went through it. But I don't understand.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you! False! Show me some evidence. I won't listen! False! You're corrupt!
Come on, we need to do this.
I refuse to vote! I refute you! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence. I won't listen! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
There we go. I was pressing square.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you!
Gotta get a rhythm going.
False! Show me some evidence.
Final strike. Let's go, boy.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Oh my god. And also, I don't know, so I better do them just in case, Lindsay. Oh my god.
If my thinking so far is right...
They said x square in the explanation, so all that time I was doing x square. Not, but it's actually x triangle. And I've got to press X on one dot, triangle on another, X on one, then on the other. X, triangle. And you've got to do the rhythm to the dots.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Thank you for doing that. I do appreciate that. Saves me the time, really. B. I got B? Okay. 74 coins. That's not bad.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Lindsay, you are going to love this execution.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
I love it personally. Personally, because of the music.
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
But when it comes to the execution, I've got to keep hush.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank!
Oh god, don't say that. Really? Masturbation joke?
Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Ooh. Aye, Lindsay. Aye. It was indeed Mondo Uwada. Shut.
What?
Uh-oh, this time it looks you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Uwada.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he could kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. They heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up, in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and that was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. And weak.
Weak.
Bloody hell. Lindsay, this is turning into some GCSE Year 11 drama work now, this is. My god. If you think about it, like the amount of times you heard words repeated over and over again, especially, what is the eating disorder one? I think it was. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
Yes, it is what? Oh, yes, it is, yeah. Right, the drama thing, right, yeah. I understand, yeah. Because the weak bit. Yeah, it's really effective. It is. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack. The armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that, though, as the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... Thought, by the way. That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it'd be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yeah, it sure was. The biking gang fellow had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided with Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me, give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that. So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so... he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? And Mondo did all that to... Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Best saliva there. Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So, why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it all after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone. It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Oh my god, don't make me repeat myself. To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, you obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? Oh my god. He killed his own brother! Oh my god. I didn't think it was going to be that. Holy shit. Again, plot twists. Oh my god. Oh my god. I genuinely think I'm gonna cry. This is what Danganronpa does to you. It puts plot twists and it makes you like characters and all this just so you can break down piece by piece. And at the end of every class trial, you cry. Why? Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Uwada. No, Chihiro was not Mondo's brother. No. As you can tell, it's Daya Uwada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, yeah, exactly. Never mind. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Well, it is 25 past 10, Lindsay. I'm surprised I'm not tired or yawning yet. But then again, that's what Danganronpa does to you. Especially when you're doing all these voices, goddammit. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Did I read that bit? Yeah. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over from Daya, huh? Daya created his gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the bad gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once Just one time. No matter what, I gotta
Don't
win.
fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The Kid brother pushed ahead with a reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Oh, so it wasn't Mondo's fault then. It was his brother's fault that he got killed. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. Oh my god, I think I'm actually going to cry from this. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Oh my god. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Diane never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise. Between men. Oh my fucking god! Why do you do this to me, Danganronpa? Why do you do this to me? He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. As a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Oh my fucking god. Dyer was never gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad. He was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong. Oh, so Mondo is the opposite of Chihiro. And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. Yeah. And at that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his older brother. No matter what, couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Oh, fucking god. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with the kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. Lindsay, are you still here? I don't know. I mean, saying you're not. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. It was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me his secret. Oh. It's alright, it's saying that no one's here. Strange. I don't know. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me all this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would... You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he's exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want me to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Oh, right, wrong person. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us. So what? You're saying I should just say it? You're saying that if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. Hang on. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. That jealousy broke me.
What?
You making fun of me? I'm strong. You fucking with me right now?
No!
Same. I feel so bad for Mondo right now. I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? You trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
That's right.
That's right. I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch.
Stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. Ah, shit, I didn't read that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey!
I killed
him. I killed him.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
My God. Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that never lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it! Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. Yeah, all right, in a minute. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say again, I dare you! Okay, so many times as I want is what I want to say, but Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution? That's what I promised you, right? The block that disturbs the peace will be punished. Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Oh my god. For Mondo Wada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No. Wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh god. I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh my god, this is so sad. Shh. Execution. Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Mondo. Baguette. Spaghetti. God. The cage of death. Oh my God. Do your own thing, Monokuma. Mondo. Right. Mondo butter. My God. God. Right, this is where I'm gonna have to leave off now, guys. My God. That is something else. I don't know. Anyway. I'll probably be playing Emily will be back. Emily is gone too, or something like that, or whatever it is. So see you guys later. Bye.